If you think that only humans can make a beautiful and grand house for themselves, then after watching today's video, this illusion of yours will also break. Because there are many such birds in the world that make such beautiful houses for themselves, that after seeing them, you will also be astonished. Have you ever heard of such a bird that puts a seed in its nest? And do you know of any such bird that decorates its nest just like humans? So let's see the most beautiful nests of this world. Seeing which you will also be in doubt that it is made by a bird or a human. Elf owl nest. Elf owl. We all know about the owl that wakes up in the day and sleeps at night. And we also know that the owl makes its nest mostly on the trunks of tall trees. But elf owl is not at all like a normal owl. It does not make its nest on the trunk of a tree, but inside the thorny plants of the cactus, which do not look like normal nests at all. This is because to make a nest, it does not need any kind of grass or wood. It just digs the cactus plants and makes a hole in it, and lives inside the same hole and then lays eggs. Elf owl's nest is considered to be very safe and comfortable compared to the nests of all other owls. Weaver bird nest. The bird on our list at number 9 is considered to be one of the oldest birds in the world. In fact, its nest is also one of the most beautiful nests in the world. The name of this amazing bird is weaver bird. Weaver bird's nest is mostly found on tall trees. It uses large leaves of grass to make its nest. The special thing is that the responsibility of making the nest is on the shoulders of the male weaver bird. These birds make their nest so strong that even a strong storm cannot harm it. It is obvious that it will take time to make a strong nest like concrete. This is the reason that weaver birds take 3 to 4 months to make their nest. Common tailored bird nest. Don't ever make the mistake of considering this bird as common by putting common in front of the name, because their nests are not at all common. This bird, which is found in the largest number in Asia, spends most of its time on trees. You will be surprised to hear about the method of making their nests. In fact, these birds choose strong and green leaves and make such fine holes on their edges that neither the shape of the leaves deteriorates nor do they rot. After that, they stick the leaves together with the silk obtained from the fiber or insects of the plants and stitch it very finely. According to a hypothesis, common tailored bird makes at least 100 to 200 holes in its nest, which keeps it away from the prey of other birds as well as the strong wind. It takes these birds at least 2 to 3 days to make this nest. Sociable weaver bird nest. It would be better to call this nest of the bird a neighborhood instead of calling it a nest, because the nests of sociable weaver birds found in Africa are not only considered to be one of the largest nests in the world. In fact, the most special thing about these birds is that the whole group of these birds makes a nest together. Their nest is so spacious that it can hold about 300 to 400 sociable weaver birds at a time. The nest of sociable weaver birds is very strong and durable compared to the nests of any other bird, which they make from dry grass and thin wood. You can guess the amazing engineering technique of these birds from the fact that the nests of sociable weaver birds are cold in the summer and warm in the winter. You will find this nest like a mattress lying on the bed. That's why sometimes cheetahs also come and sit on it to enjoy this comfortable nest. European bee-eater bird nest. European bee-eater birds. By its name, you must have understood how this bird fills its stomach. You got it right. European bee-eater birds hunt honeybees to feed their stomach. These birds make their nest quite different from other birds. In fact, like ordinary birds, European bee-eater birds do not make their nest on the branches of a tree. In fact, they make their nest on the edge of a mountain, on the edge of sand, or on the edge of a river. The reason behind making their nest in such a strange place is that they like to live in such a place that is eerie. But they also have to bear the failure of their hobby. Because of being a nest like a hole, most of the snake-like creatures enter their nest very easily and hunt their eggs or babies. It takes them about 20 days to make their nest. And in making it, the male and female birds help each other as well as help other European bee-eater birds. It means full-on brotherhood. Bald eagle nest. Before talking about this, if I ask you how big a bird's nest can be, then you may point to a plate or tray and say that it is so big. But if I tell you that there is a bird in this world whose nest is 12 feet long and 6 feet wide, then you will call me crazy, but you don't have to do anything like that. Because by looking at the nest of the bald eagle in our list, all your misunderstandings will be removed in a snap. We all know that the bald eagle is considered one of the largest bird hunters. When they are so big in size, then their nest must be big. You will be surprised to know that their nest is about 12 feet long and 6 feet wide. Like other birds, they also make their nest on the branches of the tree. Because their nest is quite big and heavy, it takes a lot of time to make it. This is the reason why bald eagles start making their nest about 3 months before laying eggs. Bald eagles also choose a deserted forest to make their nest. So usually their nest is not even visible to humans. The most special thing about them is that they keep increasing the size of their nest from time to time, because of which their nest size gradually increases. The largest nest made by this eagle is found in Florida. Its length is about 20 feet, and its weight is about 3,000 kilograms. Isn't it amazing? Hummingbird nest. Hummingbird nests are considered one of the most beautiful and unique nests in the world. These birds are so small in size that they choose a huge tree to make their nest. These birds make their nest at such a height that it may not even be visible from the ground. The distance from the ground to the nest of these birds is about 10 to 90 feet. On the other hand, a female hummingbird takes at least 7 to 10 days to make her nest. The most special thing about hummingbird nests is that they use grass and spider webs to make their nests. Because of this, the nest of these birds, which looks like a sparkling cup or bowl, is stretchable like an elastic from the sides. The benefit of these elastic edges is given to their children who grow up in hummingbird nests. Along with their increasing size, the size of the nest also increases. It is not that hummingbirds only pay attention to decorating and making the nest comfortable. In fact, its security is also one of their priorities. This is the reason why these hummingbirds cover their nests from all sides with leaves to save their nests from hunting birds. Because of this, the eyes of other birds or animals are often not able to go to the nest made of leaves, and their attractive nests remain safe anyway. Boarbird nest. It is an artist bird that, like us humans, decorates its home. The name of this natural artist is Boarbird, whose nest is very different from the nests of other birds. These birds also make their nests on the ground, but their nests are so magnificent that at first glance it will look like a common man's hut. So that you can also think for a while after seeing their nest that how can a bird decorate its nest so beautifully? By the way, these birds do not use any gemstones to make a nest. In fact, for this, they also use thin and dry woods like most birds. With the help of these woods, they give their nest a hut-like shape. Once their nest is ready, the boarbird starts decorating it with colorful flowers. They are so fond of decorating their nests and the surrounding area that whatever they get, they bring it and decorate it in their nest. After seeing all this, it can be said that there is definitely an interior designer in these birds. Mayflower nest. When it comes to the nest of birds, our eyes are always fixed on the trees. Because in our minds since childhood, there is such an image of nests that are fixed on the branches of trees. But this bird found in Australia makes its nest on the ground. And that's by digging with its claws, which reminds like a well by looking at their nests. Most of the work to make these magnificent nests is done by the female bird, although sometimes the male bird also helps them a little. But this nest looks the most amazing when this bird lays eggs in its nest. During this time, this bird covers its nest from all sides with woods in such a way that you may not even know that there is a nest there. No, these birds have no personal enmity with humans. All this is done so that no hunting bird or animal can see their nest and the eggs in it. We have to praise their wisdom and intelligence. Perhaps this is the reason why this bird's nest is considered one of the safest nests in the world. The Montezuma Oropendula nest. The nest of this Caribbean bird found in America looks as if it is hanging on a tree. Generally, these birds make their nests on the branches of trees about 30 meters high in Central America. The length of these nests is about 60 to 180 centimeters. To make this amazing nest, these birds need dry grass and wood, which they have to work very hard to find. And you will be surprised to know that these birds can make more than 100 nests on the same tree. So if you ever go to America and you see a jackfruit on a tree, be sure to check it once before breaking it so that you do not accidentally make a vegetable of the Montezuma Oropendula nest. So which bird's nest did you like the most? Do let us know by commenting. And if you liked the video, do like it and share it with your friends. To watch more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And yes, after subscribing, be sure to press the bell icon next to it. Otherwise, you will not get the notification of the coming videos.